that we have left in this bracket, I'd say Blazy is the only one that is considered an outlier, right? You know, in terms of you have people like
Yeah.
Boomy, who did not even make it to top 8, but yet you have Blazy sitting there in losers quarterfinals of top 8. So he's the one that's kind of the underdog here that, you know, for looking seeding wise is expected to lose this matchup against Wrench, but I'm sure Blazy probably wasn't even seeded to beat Remy or anything like that. So we're going to see how far Blazy can go here, and especially with this Azoth, a legend we don't see very often, against Wrench, who is one of the most calm, slow, calculated players in the game.
All right, so losers quarterfinals, Wrenched versus Blazy, best 3 out of 5. Opening it up on Miami Dome, Wrenched with the weapon advantage. He's staying on the Katars. He's leaving that weapon there as a little bit of a locational bait. He knows Blazy has to go there, and look at that, just pays for it with so much damage.
Yeah, and you can see the way that Blazy chooses to punish. Oh man, unfortunate drop there. The neutral air just kind of fell out. But the way Blazy goes for these conversions, Blazy really tries to maximize on every single hit, tries to take the guaranteed stuff, and will run it as far as possible. Oh my goodness, they're going at it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Oh my gosh, the big dodge read. Gravity canceled downlight into recovery. Wrench taking the first stock.
But not without taking a good chunk of damage, though. We've already seen that Blazy is perfectly content. Just, get bodied, kid. Oh, that was tough.
That forward skull. I mean, they knock radially away depending on, like, which one you end up getting hit by. The center one tends to send up, the forward one sends forward, and that was enough to take Wrenched out.
Yeah, that was a statement saying you thought you had a little bit of a lead, but I'm gonna end that real quick because I was just about to say that Blazy has proven they're perfectly fine just doing falling nairs over and over till they KO off the top. But that was a statement there saying we're not gonna play that game. I'm gonna get rid of your stock right now.
Ooh, the weapon, and even playing it off the platforms. Blazy is just dancing with this bow.
Here we go. Wrench is probably realizing, like, hold on, this is going to be much more of a match than I thought here. Blazy, the fresh up-and-comer, showing us what he's all about. Now, Wrench able to secure that stock. Already in the deep red, though. Wrench has never been, at any point in this first match, too far ahead where a good hit from Blazy will not bring it back to even here. So, Blazy looking for that final hit.
Yeah, he's got to work for that damage every time. Blazy, you know, he's got these heavy weapons, so even the neutral light from center stage there, enough to knock Wrenched out. He can afford to go like 2-1 on trades and still kind of win out when he's playing the axe.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this first game, but I'm thinking if I'm Wrench, never allow Blazy to go back to Miami Dome. We already saw what he could do on Miami Dome earlier, and it was tough. And now here on Miami Dome, Blazy is once again having a rockin' good time here. Wrench trying to slow him down. The damage is as even as it can possibly be here.
Blazy controlling the ground. Axe, one of the best weapons at it. The neutral light covers a ton of forward direction. The down light, one of the best anti-airs in the game. So controlling center stage has been a hallmark of Blazy's play.
You see right there, Blazy went for the down air into the Sayer because he knew he was punishing a gravity cancel from Wrench, so he wouldn't have been able to dodge out of that Sayer. But luckily enough for Wrench, it didn't connect. And Blazy has... Oh, wow! What?
That's certainly an option. Just dash off the top platform and ground pound.
The other direction is a weird shift of momentum. Blazy has so many SIGs on the line here that he hasn't thrown out, trying not to get caught.
Again?
Beautiful neutral air to stuff that out. Blazy takes game 1 over Wrenched.
Man, off the back of 2 incredibly close to the ground pounds, you know, it does have a good deal extra recovery if you end up slamming into the ground. And he certainly didn't have enough time to let go and recover, so he was committed to those ground pounds. He just knew they were going to find their target.
And I don't even know what to say here. We're going back to Miami Dome. This is what I think should not have happened if I'm Wrenched here. But hey, we're back on the stage. Blazy seems so comfortable here. Has practiced so many follow-ups on this stage, it seems like. And on top of that, I mean, I really don't know what to say here. Blazy is taking off.
Yeah, he's definitely been using this as a bit of a playground, slide charging and even just, you know, dashing, ground pounding off of those high platforms. A lot of things that you don't see many, if any, players do.
Okay, weapon toss, manages to pick up the axe once again. D-Light there. Ooh,
Oh
nice
my
extension.
Gosh.
A weapon toss was even better from Blazy there, stopping Wrench from getting the ground pound, but not for long as Wrench answers back much more commandingly this time around. Only in the light orange, should have a decent amount of life to play with. Oh, 5 hit, 6 now from Wrench. That's what I was looking for earlier in his earlier set, and now it's back.
Man, I know Foda and I are going to be watching that clip on Monday just because Wrenched waited so patiently. He just, like, calmly folded his claws and was just like, alright, which way you dodging? Oh, that way? Okay. Eat all this damage. Force fed.
And Wrench didn't fall through the platform there. That was an amazing reaction, recognizing that Blazy was charging that signature and said, what? I shouldn't fall through the platform just yet, because if I do, I will get popped like a balloon here. And now Wrench is on the verge of potentially getting a 3-stock on Blazy if Blazy is not able to find that final hit. And Wrenched, hot pursuit, beautiful spot dodge, looking like STTP Wilson, but not for long, because the Sayer came out and knocked him out.
Now Wrenched is just hunting Blazy. He doesn't even really need this weapon. He's just happy to swing unarmed. And he's got the runway to work with, right? He's up a full stock. He just needs to chip away at Blazy's defense. And eventually that'll give him the victory.
Oh, wow, holding down the ground pound there. Going right off the dome of Blazy. Blazy trying to get back onto the stage. Gets caught by the D-Light Sayer. Easy ground pound. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him do that before as well, just kind of babysitting out the options, you know, threatening maybe I'm going to jump out and down air, and then that baits out the dodge because you panic a little bit, and there's just a ground pound waiting to cover.
Yeah, and especially a scenario like that where Wrench was able to get that dash D-Light Sayer to catch a Blazy while he was trying to jump back onto the stage. That's one more jump he didn't have when he was recovering, so it made his recovery back to stage extremely linear, and all Wrench had to do was wait and execute.
Alright, so it looks like we are moving off of Miami Dome, but not for the reason you were speculating on. Wrench absolutely turned that second game around. He just had the full read on what Blazy's general spacing was like. He beat him out generally every time. Just, hey, swing over here, and then I'm just gonna dip out of the way, dip back in.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting scary, right? Because you can tell Wrench is starting to feel extremely comfortable. The moment Wrench starts throwing out hitboxes willy-nilly is when you know he's like, all right, I can get these big springs, I understand how you're moving, and I know where to throw my hitboxes. Granted, Blazy doing a good job in this game, keeping him at bay. We saw a very clean gravity cancel side sig earlier on, and I feel like Blazy's accuracy with that has been like 90%.
Yeah, he's landed almost every single one, and look at this. This is why the damage is so incredibly
nice.
close.
This movement is so good.
Ooh, taken up off the top, Wrenched with the secure knockout, down light into recovery, sword staple.
Here we go, Blazy once again and needing to find the KO option. Quickly picks up that axe and throws out that side air. I swear it came out like a frame quicker there, but the weapon toss is going to be enough to KO Wrenched. Wrenched didn't see that one coming. It's going to go back to the bow. Gets a little bit of extra damage from the falling axe as well. Can't be mad about that.
No, just the sprinkles on top. Make it a little extra sweet.
Ooh, there we go. Look at the movement coming out from Blazy here. He's just dash jumping and immediately fast falling, confusing Wrench, but I don't know about that play. Wow, he managed to thread the needle there. Wrench didn't line it up directly with the wall to catch him on the way.
Oh man, alright, so Wrenched every time has done this down like, oh my gosh, ground pound from the top rope just intersects perfectly. Blazy down to his final stock.
Wrench just set it up so perfectly there. There isn't really much more to say there. We knew that ground pound was going to hit before it even connected, just because of how he was able to exhaust the options out of Blazy there. And now it's looking like a completely different game. Blazy may have been able to get game one, but
so that's now like the second or third time in this set on his final stock that Blazy has gotten caught by that dodge read from Wrench. But the back end, Wrench getting just around the axe.
See, it's hard to say if that, that was the correct option from Blazy there, going for the weapon instead of continuing to edgeguard unarmed. But he has another chance here. No recovery there, even though Wrench blew the dodge. That'll do it.
All right, stocks are tied up. He's got to give himself a little pat on the back there. It's the small victories, and you got to do that to keep the mental up. Just, if you spiral out of control and you start just thinking about how everything went wrong, you lose focus of what works.
It ain't over till it's over, TWK. quick 4 or 5 hits unanswered. Unarmed Sayer finally takes it out. I was honestly speculating as to whether or not that would have enough juice on it to get the KO, but Blaizzy brought it back to a one-stock game. That second game that they played was tough, right? The run back on Miami Dome, Wrench completely mollywopped them there. But then bringing it back in that last game we just saw, much more of a tighter knit game. Can he get a stock before Wrench? It's really seems to be that day where the person who gets the first stock is going to be the one who wins that game. And so I'm just wondering if Blaizzy can be that person.
All right, so look at this. The stages that we've gone to this set so far have always had stable, high platforms for you to play around on, and we've seen Blaizzy use that to fantastic effect with ridiculous movement, whether it be bunny hopping, dashing off of those platforms into aerial options you wouldn't expect. Oh, but Wrench with the aerial options you do expect. Qatar side airs, slapping again and again. Early lead. That was like 20 seconds in the knockout. All right, we were looking for Blaizzy to try and make some adjustments. Those weren't it.
Yeah, if anyone made adjustments here, it's Wrench, as he's just quickly burning through the stocks of Blaizzy. Blaizzy tries to go for a read there with a gravity cancel N-Sig on a Wrench. Another chance here. Nice. He waits it out and gets an extra extended punish here. Can you get the landing on Wrench? That could have been a potential. Wait, hold on. This ain't over yet. Ooh, I like what he went for there. Wasn't the time, but I like the idea.
Oh, and Wrench using the spot dodge to stall his fall, just so that way he wouldn't end up in the ghostly grasp.
Oh man, that's it.
Yo, scratch him up, and now Wrench, this is looking like game number 2 again, working on a 3-stock victory.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Because I think Blaizzy heavily needed that second stock to bring this back and have it be a game that was within his grasp. But now Wrench, I mean, look how much damage he's racking up with these Qatars. Yeah, each individual hit doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but when you keep chaining them together like this, he's just going for these ground pounds in the middle of his strings now just for a little bit of added adobo. And finally, D-Light Sayer from Blaizzy able to get a stock, but I don't know.
Yo, it's just all the flavor, the extra herbs and spices on there, and Wrench is looking to just season that all the way to a 3-1 victory to move on in the bracket. Solid win, 2-0.
Okay, well, there you go. So now we're really getting deep in there, right? We have Kostelix versus Santi, and that's going to be the last match of top 6 before we end up going into the top 4. So this is starting to be where it's really for all the marbles, you know what I mean? Every single match you win at this point, the amount of extra glory that you get, the amount of extra money in the bank that you get, like this is really all where it starts to come together. And I know Wrenched would be stoked if Kostelix was able to win this